I feel like hip-hop artists are role models, and any hip-hop artist who says they aren't a role model, they're a coward. They're a coward because it's not about what we want. This just comes with it, you know what I mean? If you're a teacher, you have to do lesson plans. Whether or not you like to do lesson plans, that's part of your job. So part of this is just, you're gonna be a role model. Don't be a coward and say, no, I'm not. I'm different from everybody else. No, you're a role model. You are. And I'm in this game because I feel like we need to demand more accountability from our artists. Like, whether or not we want to, we need to demand more accountability. You got a lot of artists who won't speak out about other artists because they're dependent on those artists for a feature, you know? Or they like, man, I'm trying to sign to that artist. Why would I call him out if I'm trying to sign to him or if I want a feature from him? Man, I don't need nothing from none of these people. You heard me? My blessings don't come from them. So it's like, I don't hate you, my brother, but I can hate your behavior. Or my sister, you know what I mean? I don't have to hate you, the person, but I can hate the behavior that you exemplify. Jay-Z doesn't sell drugs anymore. Lil Wayne never killed anybody. So all of the rap lyrics about him killing people, he never killed nobody. You heard me? Never. Let's get that clear. 50 Cent, you not selling dope no more. You not out here, you know what I mean, shooting cats up and all that. Like, who else? You know, just name somebody like that. The ones who are doing it are in jail right now, for, you know what I mean, for living that life. So if you're not doing it, my thing is just tell people that, man. Just tell people that. You know, that's all I'm saying. Just tell people that because they know about what you did, if you ever even really did it. But tell them about now. Give them an escape route. Cause they stuck in the hood, bro. They stuck. They don't know what to do. So they just like, I guess this is what everybody doing. Maybe one day I will make enough money from selling dope to be able to, you know, not have to do it no more. These people don't want to have to be doing this who stuck in the hood. These kids don't grow up wanting to be dope dealers. But they like, man, my parents not talking about nothing. My teachers, I can't relate to them too much at school. These rappers, I love the music they make. And from what they say, this is just what I need to do. It's sell dope or rap. You know, or go bust a head, you know what I mean? I can relate to being like, yo, bro, I'm so busy that if I wanted to, I could just be consumed with my affairs and that would keep me more than busy. Like, cause I got a lot on my plate, I got a lot I'm trying to do, I got my own family. I can relate to being in that space, in that mindset. And that's how most artists are, cause it is a lot on your agenda, itinerary, to-do list. You're trying to stay hot, all this type of stuff. You're trying to provide for your family. So to think about other people, you know, it's kind of like, it's not that I don't care about them, but man, I got my own stuff. I can relate to being in that space, but I'm just not in that space at this moment at all, man. Anything I've ever done that I still remember years later, you heard me? It really was stuff that benefited other people. So that's how I know. The only things that are going to stick with me as I continue to mature as a human being and as a man are the things that benefited more than just me, myself, and I. Bruh, my whole life is a hookup. You know what I mean? When I say that, you know, like in the Master P said, I got the hookup. My whole life feels like a hookup. It just feels like doors that have been opened to where it doesn't really make sense. People are like, well, how did this happen? How did that happen? It's like, yo, it's called favor. You know what I mean? You could call it good karma. You could call it favor. Whatever it is, though, it's just positive energy that I put out there. And in the most unexpected ways, it just comes back to me. The way I got signed, favor. It was no hookup. I had no manager. I didn't have a special connection at the label. I didn't have a single that was doing crazy BDS numbers at the time. You know what I mean? Favor. The way I went on tour with Lupe, favor. You know what I'm saying? I met this man on an airplane. It's like my big brother. You know what I mean? I hurt somebody behind Lupe Fiasco at this point in my life. That's my dog. You know what I mean? And I'm not even a violent dude, you know, for real. But, you know, favor. The way I went on tour with Lecrae, favor. The way I went on tour with Macklemore, he DM'd me on Twitter asking if I wanted to, you know, come open for him on tour. Favor. No booking agency, you know, none of that stuff. So I agree. Putting out good energy, it'll make your whole life just flow way more smoothly than if you don't put out good energy. And that's it, bro. That's it. That's the formula I'm sticking to until I'm not here anymore. I'ma treat you like you President Barack Obama. I'ma treat that girl like she is the Queen of England, you know, like even if she's just a cafeteria worker, you know, at a restaurant or something like that. Just doing that type of stuff is just gonna continue to, yield positive results. Definitely.
Just relentlessly came down here and put in the work, and I think that's just what you have to do being from Canada. I mean, I was always told to get respect in your city, you gotta leave your city, and that's something I've always done.
We live in a very trivial kind of culture where we're elevating and celebrating things that don't matter that much. You know what I mean? In the grand scope of life.
People will very much abandon what they want because there was some part of it that they didn't have or didn't have access to or couldn't get. And it's just like, I can't do this, so I can't even, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you want it, it's what you make of it.
I've had moments where I was just like, fuck it, man, I'm in debt, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get a job, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stop with the music, you know what I'm saying? I've had plenty of moments like that, but honestly, this is what I'm passionate about, and what is success without struggle?